Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to be miracle-minded. The signs are everywhere. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I've heard from a few of you now who have asked about signs. Tom, I keep seeing this certain repetition of numbers. Is that a sign? Or someone did this. Is that a sign? Or my specific person, my SP, sent me this. Is that a sign? Is it a sign that my manifestation is coming? This is what you've been asking me, and some of you asked about the bridge of incidents, as Neville Goddard talks about. Is that a sign, or is that evidence of the bridge of incidents? And here's what I really want to say. And then even one of you said, maybe the suffering, maybe what I'm going through is a sign that my manifestation is on the way. And guys, I want to talk about all of this and more. First of all, I'm going to talk about signs, but in terms of suffering specifically, guys, and who says this best is Jane Roberts in Seth Speaks. And what Seth says through Jane Roberts, that suffering is never good for the soul unless it teaches you how to stop suffering. So suffering is never a sign, and it's never good. It's always a choice, and you get to choose. So guys, let's unpack this idea of signs. So here's what I want to say. 3D reality, the universe, God, your higher self, all of that is part of you. And in fact, 3D reality, there's a miracle happening in every moment. You are projecting your entire life experience in every moment through your consciousness. That's the sign, that's the miracle. Imagine this, that you're projecting your life experience on the screen of time and space. And you create the space, you create the time, you create the screen, you are the light, you are the director, you are the actor, you are the editor. You are everything. And all of that's being projected from you. It's your sensory experience of 3D reality. You are all of it. You decide all of it. There's nothing outside of your experience of 3D reality. Wow, that's powerful. So the signs are all you. Here's what Seth says through Jane Roberts in the book Seth Speaks. You sit within the miracle of yourselves and ask for signs. I've talked about this maybe in a video about a year ago. Such a powerful statement by Seth that you're looking for signs outside yourself, like God is outside of yourself, like your higher being or your higher self is outside of you. Like the universe is going to send you a sign, like you are separate from it. It's none of that. You're projecting all of it. There's nothing but your experience of 3D. There's no objective reality outside of your experience of 3D reality. Hear this is big. Instead of looking at 3D for evidence of who you are, turn within to your consciousness. Right? Turn within. That's everything. Right? You're not going to find it out there. Right? You're just going to find what you're projecting. Right? Be aware of those greater realities in your own I am, that multidimensional you. Remember, there's a multidimensional you living infinite realities, infinite versions of yourself right now. And you have access to all of it. None of it is unreachable. It's all within reach, right? It is your inner eyes I would open. That's what Seth says. It's your inner eyes. We're so focused on looking at 3D. The reality that we're actually projecting for the signs, for our own signs, right? It's your inner eyes where you want to look. Let's unpack this a little bit more. When you try too hard to make something happen or to change yourself, you cut yourself off from your own magic. The miracle or the magic of yourself. Do you hear this? When you try too hard, you're assuming that it's not already within you, that you're not a multidimensional being, that you're a limited being who needs to create things to bring it to you. Right? None of that's true. You pinch yourself off, as Abraham Hicks says, you pinch yourself off from source. You are source. There's nothing weak or limited about you in any shape or form. right? Not even the 3D form, right? There's no need to justify your existence. Sometimes we think we've got to create something or have somebody or need this in our life to justify who we are. Your I am is more than enough. In fact, it's everything. Being is its own justification. This is what Seth, through Jane Roberts, says. There's no need to justify your existing. Being is its own justification. Wow. Such a powerful statement. Instead of trying to get justification for and evidence of who you are from the people, events, and circumstances around you, see the miracle of your own multidimensional nature, right? You're trying to get justification and evidence of who you are from the people, events, and circumstances, and really it's all within you. See the miracle of your own multidimensional nature. That's the message. So identify with I am in your multidimensional self as the focuser of consciousness and the master of energy. Right? And I'm going to give you something, I'm going to introduce a little exercise, a fun little thing to do so you can experience this. But remember, you're a focuser of consciousness. You're a master of energy. That's why you're here. Right? Not to bang it out in 3D for the scraps of 3D reality. Right? From whatever scraps that you can put together and live your life. You are the creator of all of it. You're the focuser and the master of energy and consciousness. With God, all things are possible. That's why, right? All these things shall be added to you. That's what Matthew 6:33 meant. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Seek the kingdom first, and all these things shall be added to you. Seek that. Be the focuser of your own consciousness first. Be the master of your energy. Stop looking outside for the signs, and everything will be added to you. Right? Walk by faith, not by sight. What did Paul mean? Paul didn't mean sight as in the 3D eyes. Right? Sight refers to your 3D vision looking to appearances. Right? So walk by faith means walk by a greater vision. Right? Not by the sight of your 3D eyes. That greater vision is that inner vision. Not the 3D, not the sight of your 3D eyes, right? That's what real vision is. It's your inner vision. Walk by faith. Faith represents the true vision. It represents the power to see the spiritual substance behind the 3D forms and appearances. That's true vision, right? We're using our 3D sight to look for signs of who we are when it's all coming from us. Right? And so really the real vision is faith. That's what really faith means. It's faith is your true vision. It's looking to see the spiritual substance, the miracle behind your body, behind the things you see in 3D, the energy behind it. When you start seeing that, now you've got true vision. And now you have faith automatically because you believe in the substance of the unseen energy behind the manifestation, behind the appearances. That's powerful. So that's why in Hebrews 11:1, that's what it means that now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. The substance is that spiritual substance, right? And the evidence is that, and that spiritual substance is the evidence, right? It's not seen, but it is the evidence because you're seeing beyond appearances at the real evidence, right? Faith equals that spiritual substance, equals the evidence, equals your true vision, your inner eye, your imagination, right? All fear is an absence of faith. Belief that you are separate from 3D world appearances is fear. No matter how many ways you look at it, if you're looking for signs and looking for things happening, and they can be cool, I get it, the coincidences and the synchronicities, but remember, they're all coming from you. If you're from a place of knowing that, then you're stepping into your power. But if you're in a place that's waiting for them, and if you don't get them, or you get sometimes and then your manifestation doesn't manifest, and then you start not believing in the signs, that's all coming from fear. That's a belief that you're separate you are separate from the 3D world of appearances. Right? It's a belief that you're separate from the 3D world of appearance, that the signs are outside of you. You forget the miracle, as Seth said, the miracle, you sit there and the miracle, look for signs in the miracle of your own being, right? The miracle of your own being, right? It's your inner eyes I would open. That's what Jane Roberts was saying Seth was saying through Jane Roberts, it's your inner eyes. So, and this is what Scripture says, Matthew 6:22. The eye is the lamp of the body. So then if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. But what is that really saying? Well, the eye is the mind's eye, not your physical eye we're talking about. That's the lamp of the body. That's the consciousness that lights you up, that who you are, from which you come. Right? Right? And so from where you come, right? And of which you are made, right? It's your spiritual inner vision. That's the eye. That's the lamp. The body is both the manifestation in the 3D world and your inner spiritual body, right? It means both, right? But really beneath that, remember, your body is just a manifestation of an eternal body. A body that that lasts forever and ever and ever, that can never die. That's your eternal body, right? So instead of looking for signs outside yourself, go within. All signs come from within you. You are the universe. You are the 3D world. It's all you, right? And so try this. You'll love it. Now, a lot of spiritual teachers talk about this, and it's nothing new in terms of manifestation, or in terms of demonstrating this power within you. But I had a client, a reluctant client that booked with me, and she was great, but she didn't know a lot about manifesting or the whole idea of creating your own reality, right? It was sort of like it was new to her, and she's very skeptical. Right, even to the point where her arms were crossed a lot during the session. And I said, well, look, try this. She was open to it, an incredibly great energy and a beautiful person. And I knew that she just wasn't seeing that power within her. And so what I told her is, I go, well, just think of something. This is towards the end of the session. Think of anything that you wouldn't normally see, right, in your everyday world, in your everyday life. She goes, okay, a butterfly. I go, okay, great. And then we spent a few minutes, closed the session off. And it was a very nice session. And then within 2 hours, that was probably about noontime, it was 2 hours later, within 2 hours, she emailed me. And she goes, wow, in the email, wow. My son came home with a picture or a painting of a butterfly. And that's what happened. That's how it works. That gives you goosebumps. That's the power we're talking about. So try it. This is nothing new. A lot of spiritual teachers do this, but I want you to do it from an alpha state. Right? I want you to rev it up a bit. You could just call it forth like we did on the session call. She just called forth a butterfly right there with me in that session. Right? But think of something, anything that you would never expect to see during your normal day. Right? And then now close your eyes, lay back, relax into a wonderfully pleasant alpha state. You don't have to do a state akin to sleep here. Just get very relaxed. Breathe deep but naturally. Right? Feel that I amness. Feel the fullness of who you are. Right? Let any thoughts that are going let them go and be as they are. Don't resist anything. Don't resist anything you're feeling or anything you're thinking. Just let all that go. Right? Let it be there. You don't have to do anything with it. Then imagine seeing this amazing bright light at a distance and that you're drawn to it. Okay, so you're just seeing this beautiful, powerful, soft, bright light. Right? And you're drawn to it. As you get closer to it, you could be like standing in a field and it's at a distance or on an end of a road. Right? Whatever you desire, whatever you think will resonate with you more. And you see it at a distance. And as you see it, you start walking towards it. You're drawn to this light. And as you get closer to the light, it starts coalescing into a form. You start seeing the form behind the light. Right? You get closer to it and it takes shape and form until finally you're standing right in front of it. And that's the thing that you're calling forth here. That's the thing that you're calling forth to see out of nowhere. So whether it's a butterfly, it could be your SP, it could be anything, right? But something you would normally expect to see during your normal day. And then imagine that it starts out as a bright light and then coalesce and forms and takes shape in the 3D as that thing that you called forth. And then thank the higher power. Thank your higher power or that higher you or God or whatever power within, right? Remember, you're one with it, so you're really thanking yourself. And then come out of your meditation. Then, guys, watch. Watch the miracle. Let me know what you called forth and how it happened. That's what we're talking about, guys. That's what Seth meant. That you sit there in the miracle of yourselves looking for signs. You are the miracle. Think about it. You're creating it in every moment. Just like that greater creative medium of God, that greater subconscious controls all your bodily functions without you lifting a finger. Right? It keeps your heart beating, your blood pumping, your cells continually dying and then being born again. Right? All of that's happening without you doing a single thing. That's the power we're talking about. That's the miracle that Seth was pointing to, the miracle of you. That is how to be miracle-minded, and the signs are everywhere. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos, and share the channel with your friends and family. That's how we get our message out. You can visit us on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful. We have a group now called the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors. More and more of you are joining. You can join that. You can follow us on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Twitter, at Facebook, I said that, huh? On Twitter and Instagram at Tom Karen. And you can visit our website anytime at tomkaren.com or besomethingwonderful.com. Guys, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, until next time, this is Tom. See you soon.